Hi, peers. So I'm going to address these questions real quick. But I'm going to do it from a different perspective because in 3 or 4 days I'm leaving St. Louis. I am going to Charlotte, North Carolina, to a new university. And I've already been to the university twice this year, and I've met with many students and many of the people I'm going to work with. So I want to take my English as a second language learning students, nursing students, and now look at it from the perspective of the place where I'm going to be teaching. So, describe the strengths and weaknesses related to equity in my work setting. From what I understand from the new university, they have a diversity of students, especially in the nursing program. So, I want to obviously get to know that program, but from what I understand, they have many, many resources. I know that Lindenwood University had a lot of resources too, but I'm just going to say it. They put Lindenwood University to shame based on everything that I have seen. I mean, there are departments and individuals galore that are assisting every student, regardless of what their dominant language is. So, describe the group of underserved students. Again, they're the ESL. Because again, I'm going to go back to this that regardless of your dominant speaking language, whether it's English, Spanish, whatever it is, when you go to nursing, you're learning an entirely new language. So, my job as the instructor is regardless of whatever your language is, I need to make sure that you have an understanding of your language, your dominant language, but then a grasp at the very least of the English language, because now we have to take that English language and add medical terminology into that. So I foresee becoming best friends with all of those resources, people, and departments at the new university to make sure all of my nursing students have exactly what they need. So how did I identify this group? Just based on the universities where I've taught in the past. I know that almost every nursing student struggles with learning the language of nursing. So I want to make sure that they have a grasp of the English language first. And then when we get into the language of pharmacology, pathophysiology, things like that, that I really dummy it down, not in a bad way, but so they understand the basics and what those words mean. So walk us through the parts of your curriculum the group has difficulty assessing. Again, with the new nursing students, it's pharmacology, pathophysiology, fundamentals of nursing, things like that. So the strategies I've come across are the podcasts. I really look forward to introducing podcasts into my lectures, into the clinical environment, into our post-clinicals. Once they've been on the floor for 8 hours, then we immediately leave and we get together as a group and talk about what happened at the clinical. I really want to introduce the podcast because the research I've done in this course has shared how it's priceless. It has a lot to contribute to the learning process. And then also I harp on multiple choice, but that's because in nursing education, we're all about standardized testing, unfortunately. So what they use are multiple choice. So I want to make sure that the students understand the language, and if someone is struggling with English, work with them with testing strategies and maybe somehow massage some of my test questions so that everybody understands them. What proposed changes or addition would best allow students to access learning? So with my new position, I don't want to come in making a lot of changes. I want to understand everything first, and then see where I can alter things a little bit, what new things I can introduce, just kind of feel my way around a little bit. And with implementing these is just to get buy-in from my peers, my fellow teachers, what's been done in the past, continue to do my research on things like podcasts or what are some further strategies that can assist people with the language. How likely are you to try them in the upcoming year? Very, very much, because as I am learning the whole process at the new university, if I see something that would really benefit the students, then absolutely I'm going to talk to my peers and my superiors and see, hey, is this something that we might investigate or strongly consider? And what's the biggest takeaway from this project is just I thank you for the opportunity to step back and look at new teaching practices that can enhance the learning process.